Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello and welcome. Today we bring you a conversation with the SI's 2025 winning team leader. This team worked on a smart help desk ticketing solution for IT services, a system designed to streamline support, enhance efficiency, and deliver faster, smarter resolutions. Let's hear from him the solution that they came out with to help IT services management and experience. Welcome to the show, Arpan. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
Great. So, Arpan, to begin with, let's get to know something about you and your team.
Yes, so my name is Arpan and I'm from the Vikas University of Technology. I'm pursuing mathematics and computing and I'm in the fourth year. My team also is in the same class. We formed this team when the SIS hackathon was announced and we have worked on two problem statements from which the second problem statement of ticketing solution was selected for the final round.
Okay, so now let's get to know about the problem statement of yours. What exact problem did you work upon?
Okay, so the problem was from Power Grid itself, and it was around the ticketing solution. So they get a lot of problems and cases from their customers about what problems they are facing from their website and the solutions. So these tickets are from various platforms like GLPI, Solman, or email. So our task is to consolidate all these tickets because navigating through all these tickets from one platform to another is very difficult for an IT employee, and it also increases the time of the resolution for any ticket. And the customer might be facing issue for the time being until the ticket is actually resolved.
Okay, so what exact problem was there with the ticketing as far as the IT professionals are concerned? In terms of, was it in terms of resolution or was it in terms of, collating them or handling that? Like, let us dive deep into the actual problem they were facing.
So the first problem we have is of the collation, that is ingesting all the tickets into one platform itself and not navigate through GLPI, Solman, and email. And the second problem is for the resolution, the time it takes to resolve a ticket. We want to minimize that. Now the third problem is where do we route this ticket to? Now IT teams can also have many teams like software or related to website or related to vendor management. So we want our team to be distributed, and when a ticket comes, we want to route to the best team, to the relevant team, which can actually solve the ticket in the minimum possible time.
Okay, so now let's get to know about the solution, how all this happens, which you are trying to explain right now. How does it flow in terms of the operational system?
So let's suppose that I'm a customer of PowerGrid and I'm facing some issues with the website or any other software. So I'm going to create a ticket from my email, or I can do it from Telegram, or I can just go to the website that we are going to create. So we are providing three solutions to create the ticket itself. Now, when the ticket is created, we first send it to an AI system. So the ticket is actually not going to an IT employee right now. It is being routed to an AI system, which has all the knowledge from the Power Grid system, and it knows how a specific solution cases or problems can be resolved. So once the ticket is sent to the AI system and it recognizes that it can actually solve the problem, so it is going to propose the solution to the user, the customer, and if the customer is satisfied, we just resolve the ticket there and it does not go to an IT employee. So the first solution revolves around how the AI is going to help to solve the resolve these tickets. Now, when the customer is not satisfied with the solution that the AI has provided, we are going to route the ticket to an actual IT team where a human IT employee is going to sit and is going to resolve the ticket.
So the AI is the first stop or the first filter, failing which, or if the customer is not really dissatisfied with the manner which has been dealt with, then it goes to the level two. Okay.
Yes.
So this is basically one flow of it. And then what else is there? What other features are there which can help the IT employees or any IT company for this?
Yes, so now when the ticket has passed through the AI layer and the AI is not able to resolve the ticket, we first need to route the ticket to the relevant team. Now the routing also needs a manual effort. It needed a manual effort, but we have created a model, an LLM model, which is going to categorize the ticket into the relevant team, and then is going to route to that particular employee of that particular team. So based on this ticket that we have gotten, based on the subject and the description that the user and the customer has provided, we are going to check which team is the most relevant for this ticket. Is it the SAP team? Is it the vendor management team? Or is it any other team related to the power grid? So once the routing has happened, any IT employee of that particular team is able to uh, select or take up that ticket to resolve himself, and we provide the complete life cycle of the ticket from the creation to its resolution. Now there are some interesting features that we have added, which will also help the IT employee to resolve the ticket as soon as possible. So basically, we have a huge knowledge base from the Power Grid. So IT employees not supposed to know everything about the system itself. They might come into a problem when where they do not know how to resolve this particular ticket. That's where an AI assistant comes into play. This AI assistant is going to have all the information and the knowledge that is present on the Power Grid. It is trained on that, and when a particular ticket is selected by an IT employee to resolve, it is going to ask the AI what is the best possible way to resolve this ticket? What is the best possible solution that we can provide to the user so that their issue is resolved? So that is one of the features.
Okay, so what kind of a research went into this? What kind of inputs did you have to gather to be able to come up with this solution?
So first, before implementing the solution, we had to come up with a plan on how and what goes into a life cycle of the ticket from creation to its resolution point, what checkpoints are there, and what teams are involved in between. So when we were studying about routing the ticket to the relevant team, we thought of adding these AI layers so that only the relevant tickets, only the tickets which could not be resolved through the knowledge base of the power grid are going to be routed to the human teams. So the research was so basically on the power grid system. What we got a lot of PDFs and documents from the site itself, and then we also researched about how existing ticketing solutions are working and how can we actually create a system where the user only have to have multiple ways to create the ticket from the email, from the website application, and the telegram.
So, any challenges that you came across while you or your team came across while creating this workflow?
Yeah, so initially when the hackathon was not started, we had an issue with how do we fetch the documents from the power grid, but that issue was resolved once the hackathon was started. The judges themselves handed us some documents and the PDFs from the power grid platform. So that created the knowledge base for the AI system that we built.
Okay, so when you were at the hackathon, what all transpired there in terms of the judging rounds? So, how did they go? Were there any major feedback from the judges, or it all went very smooth from the very beginning?
No, actually, the first round itself was the worst round for us. The solution, which was anticipated by the judges, it was not ready from us. We were thinking of building something else, and the demands were different. So, in the first round, we actually got the clarity on what needs to be built and that what we have already built. And it's not going to be too much relevant for the hackathon and the problem statement. So that clarity from the first round helped us navigate through the challenges that we were getting. And the second round, it went better when we had uh, created the system, the complete life cycle. Actually, the first round, the judges, what they wanted was not a fancy solution, but a complete life cycle from the creation to the resolution. And when the ticket is getting assigned to an IT employee, they wanted to see that happening in the real time. And After the second round, we were quite confident that the solution is going to work. But in between, the challenges came when there were some merge conflicts in the code. And finally, before half an hour before the final round, the code was not working. It was breaking a lot. A lot of modules were not working. The auto resolution system, it was failing just before the third round. But luckily, we passed through this problem and we found a solution around the problem. And the third round was the best round, and we clearly got so much feedback we got positive feedback from the judges as well as the constructive ones, which led us to the direction where we wanted to go and where we had to go.
So, how and why do you think you were able to edge out the opponents? So, what was that USP of yours and your team, which made you where to go on and win the competition over others?
It was the synergy within us. Our team, the six members of our team, we had already worked on many projects together, and we knew that what capabilities we all had. So we divided the work. We divided the work into modules, and we just keep pushing to the single code base and the data point, and the whole thing integrated into a very large system solution that was working from end to end. Plus, there were some AI systems. There were a lot of AI used in our code base. So that really helped us, the synergy, the sync up with the team, and the prior work that we have created on how do we navigate from modules to a huge code base.
Okay, is there any similar system around which you might have looked into, or which you might have inspired you in certain cases? Is that so, or this is a unique one?
Uh, we did not go into the back end and the working of existing solutions. We were just looking at the UI of what is getting created on the ticket, how do they look. Like in Atlassian, they have a ticketing system. So if a ticket is open, what all the information do we need to gather and to show in that system, such that it helps not only the IT employee but also the customer which has posted the issue.
Okay, now what is the way forward for you and your team? Do you think all this, whatever you gained from this SIH, creating the solution and winning it, of course, how are you going to use it further for any, future projects or anything in that direction?
Yeah, it actually helped us create a team building um, a morale that is going to help us in many other projects in the future also. So from defining the requirements to designing the system to implementing it and to see the actual thing that we design to come into life. That is what we are learning from hackathon, and also to um, direct our decisions, design decisions, and implementation on the feedback that we get from the product or the judges, and to look into the requirements again and again so that we do not misdirect ourselves into uh, something that we do not want to create and that should not be created. Yes.
Okay, great. So there are, I mean, of course, a lot of learnings, a lot of takeaways that you have from the SIH, apart from the winning trophy, of course. So great, Arpan. Very nice talking to you, and thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your project with us. And I wish you and your team all the success in the future as well. Keep shining, keep innovating. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
Thanks.
As we wrap up, it's evident that Smart Help Desk ticketing solution for IT services is redefining how organizations handle support, making it faster, smarter, and more efficient. Stay with us for more conversations that spotlight ideas shaping the future of technology.